Hello and welcome to The Good Cigar. I'm your host, Al Roman. Today we're going to be looking at my top 5 for 2019. So stick around and see which ones make the cut and which ones don't. Today we're going to be looking at my top 5 for 2019. Now I want to put this out here that these are my top 5 that I have, they're not my all-time top favorite. They are the ones, the cigars for 2019 that I have found myself going back to quite often, a lot, going back to smoking these cigars and really enjoying them. And I've had quite a few this year and it's been a good year for cigars. But these were some of the ones that I really enjoyed, and I put them in a number, and some of them kind of can rotate around a little bit because I would smoke one more often and the other one not as much. But these are the ones still, the top 5 that I went back to this year, going back to smoking over and over again. And I got one honorable mention that didn't quite make the cut, but maybe next year we'll see what happens with that one. But it's still a really good favorite. So without further ado, let's look at the one that almost made the cut. It's number 6, so it could be a top 6 list. So the number 6 one is the Micallef Torcedores. The Torcedores, great cigar. I find myself smoking that cigar in the morning so often. I grab it with my coffee. Just a great cigar to have with that. It paired very well with the coffee, and I really enjoyed it. Other times I can smoke it too as well, but that's when I really liked it. So these other ones I smoked throughout the afternoon as well and during the day. So that's the only reason why it didn't make my top 5, is that it was just a coffee one that I really enjoy with my coffee in the morning. Now then, without further ado, let's get into the top 5. Starting with number 5. The Espinoza Alpha Dog. Yep, that's right, you guessed it, it's the Alpha Dog. I have really thoroughly enjoyed this cigar quite often. It's a nice smoke with a good smoke output and a lot of good flavor. It's got an Oscuro wrapper on there and Nicaragua long fillers and binders, and I've thoroughly enjoyed this one. Over and over again I've gotten this one and smoked it, and they've been a really good cigar. I like most of the Espinosas, and this one right here, made number 5 this year, is one that I smoked quite a bit. Now for number 4, the Sirena Porthole. Now I did a video on this one, so it shouldn't come as a shock and surprise. We did it over at the Tavern on the Square in Frisco, and this cigar has been so much an enjoyment. The size of it too, and being able to have kind of a, even though it's still a 45-minute smoke on this though, it puts out quite a bit of smoke, lots of flavor on it. The wrapper is an Ecuadorian Oscuro wrapper, and the fillers are Nicaraguan long fillers and binder. So it's just a great flavorful cigar with a lot of good smoke. I think they're in limited production. I'm not sure. When I saw it on the web and looked at it, they said there's only so many boxes they're putting out. So I'm hoping that's not the case, because I hope these stick around for a long time, because I really enjoy these. These are really good, and if you can find these, they're great, and they're not super expensive either. Neither is the Alpha Dog. They're just a great price point and a good cigar when you're wanting some flavor in there that you can really, you know, it's just one of those ones kind of fell under the radar with a lot of people, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So this is my number 4, because I found me smoking this one often this year. Now to number 3. Hiram and Solomon entered Apprentice. That's it, number 3 on the list. It's a Connecticut wrapper with Nicaraguan long fillers. The binder and wrapper are Connecticut shade, and the filler is Nicaraguan, Pennsylvanian, and Panamanian long fillers. Just would not have thought that combo went together, but who knew? But they did an outstanding cigar. It's a light to medium cigar with a good amount of smoke output, Very easy to enjoy at any time of the day. Great one. So this one right here, this is my number 3 cigar. Greatness is the Harmon Entered Apprentice. I find myself smoking these often when I didn't want something really heavy. I just wanted something light, and that Connecticut wrapper and binder, just so silky smooth, you're going to enjoy. One that it didn't make the list this year because I got into it late, and that is the La Crema from Micallef. That one, between that one and this one here, it was touch and go. But when I added it up, how many cigars I had smoked, the Harmon won out. And that's the only reason it's in here, and the other ones are. And if you follow me on the channel, make sure you also subscribe, like, and leave a comment and let me know. And also, I wanted to tell you something special about that we started up, which is we have the podcast. The Good Cigar has a podcast now. That's right. You can find me on all the major networks, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast, and quite a few others. Look it up, The Good Cigar Podcast, and listen to our show. It's a great show to get there. And also, I wanted to tell you about the website. It's up. We're here. We have arrived. That's right, the website is up. It's www.TheGoodCigar.com, and you can get all the content, and we'll be going to be getting shirts in soon because I've had a lot of requests for shirts and stickers, and I'm working on that. I promise you I'm working on it, but it's coming. But go to the website, you can see all the content there, whether it be on the YouTube or whether it be the podcast and photographs and our shows and events and what we're doing. So check that out, and don't forget to hit subscribe to the podcast and the YouTube. Okay, now, ready for number 2? This one's gonna be a good one. You're gonna enjoy it. Number 2 for 2019, the Good Cigar, is the Perdomo 20th anniversary. This cigar was so great and smooth, and I did a review on it as well, and it blew me away. I so much enjoyed this one. It's got such a great flavors in there, and it's aged so it's really smooth, and it's all Nicaraguan Puro. It's all Nicaraguan there at the Perdomo factory, and it is a phenomenal cigar. If you can get your hands on this one, I want to thank Mr. Perdomo for doing this, because this is a phenomenal cigar, and for making it to number 2 on the Good Cigars 2019 list. The Good Cigars 2019 number 1 cigar of 2019 is the Micallef Medallia. That's right, the Micallef Medallia. An amazing, amazing cigar. I was turned on to this by Rob Jones with Cigar Talk, and he gave me one of these during his podcast, and I had one, and it completely changed my world as far as cigars go. It's one of my most favorite cigars, and I found myself smoking this one over and over and over. I could not get enough of this cigar, and I still can't. The wrapper is a 4-year-old Habano San Andreas wrapper, 4-year-old aged tobacco. The binder is a 4-year-old Sumatra. The filler is 4-year-old Nicaraguan and Dominican Republic. That combo that they did in this is just amazing. The flavors that you get out of here, go pick up the cigar. Don't even just stop the recorder and go pick you up some Micallef Medallias. My number 1 cigar pick of this year. Let's give a clap to all the contestants, and especially this one right here. Mr. Al Micallef, thank you very much for making a great product, and all the people at Micallef did a great job with this. You've knocked it out of the park. This is a great and wonderful cigar. Pick these up as you can. If you're not, give them to someone, and please check us out. Now, don't forget to check us out on the web, www.TheGoodCigar.com, and also listen to the podcast now. You're gonna like it. We've got some great interviews. Really good interviews and really good content coming out there for you. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time on The Good Cigar. Remember, life is too short for bad cigars or bad liquor. And we'll see you next time on The Good Cigar.